Welcome to Gaming 1337. This is Violator X from GameAgents.net. On this episode, we're going to be going through and setting up an Xbox to be played between two cars on our trip down to LA. Now, this isn't going to be System Link with wireless network on two different Xboxes. It's going to be one Xbox split between two separate cars for our gaming system. Let's go inside to DS212, and he's going to explain all the equipment that we're going to be using for this segment.
Hi, this is DS212. I'm a game agent with GameAgent.net. I'm going to introduce you today with the equipment that we're going to be using for when we hook up our single Xbox between two cars wirelessly. Now, we'll start with just the Xbox. It's a plain Xbox. You can actually use this setup with any system, but this Xbox is basically one that you'll get out of the package, which you can get at any type of store that sells video games consoles with the standard AV cables and the power cable and a single controller. Now, we'll have a video feed, which will allow you to transmit the video from the Xbox system to the other screen in the car that does not have the Xbox system. We're going to be using a wireless Logitech controller. Now, this controller you can again find at any gaming store. It's basically be sitting in the car that does not have the Xbox system and will be hooked up wirelessly to the other car that does have the system. Our cables we'll be able to use for basically splitting the video signal from the Xbox to the wireless adapters, which will transmit the video to the screens that we have. Also our inverters, which we're using to plug in the cigarette lighter. This will convert a normal AC current to a DC current. Now these have two plugs and also a DC adapter, which will be great for what we're using it for. And then we have our screens. Our screens basically will be having a single screen just by itself with the system, and we'll have a screen with a DVD player. Now this DVD player will be without the Xbox due to power issues. This entire setup is fairly expensive. It runs for about $800, but if it's something you want to do, it's very easy and quick to do, and we'll show you how to do all that. Now you can also use this setup with any gaming system you want. It doesn't have to be the Xbox. The reason we chose the Xbox was because of the type of games that we wanted to play. But we'll go ahead and show you how to do this now.
Hey, I'm Agent Squeaky Fox of GameAgents.net. This is my car. We'll be using it on the way down to E3. I'll be following DS212's car. As a result, I'll have all the wireless equipment set up in my car. And here come the guys now to start setting it up in my car.
Agent DS212. They just finished in Agent Squeaky Fox's car with putting the wireless gear into his. Now we're going to put this Xbox into mine, and we can see if this sucker works or not.
This is Agent Sam I Am for GameAgents.net. I'm going to show you how Agent DS212's car is hooked up. See, we got the Xbox here. We run in the regular AV connections. See, we have it hooked up with some splitters going up to our wireless transmitter. It's going to send the feed over to the other vehicle. You can see we got our video cable. It's going to come up to our LCD monitor right here. And then we have the power being set up to our power converter up at the front. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hook up the wireless controller That way we'll pretty much be ready to send the feed over to the other car. And now we're going to go ahead and show you Squeaky Fox's car, how we're receiving the signal. So you can see up here, we actually have the transmitter. It's actually being velcroed in. Originally we did have it behind actually underneath the headrest, but it wasn't secured and the video was flickering quite a bit. As you can see, the video is actually coming from up here. It's coming down and plugging in to the monitor here. Actually, as you can see, all these cables in here are actually for the power. Comes all the way down and goes all up to the front where our power inverter is at.
Hey, Violator X here again. We took the system out for a trial. The battery on our camera had died, but you didn't miss much. The Xbox signal for the video was great, but the controller had a very bad drop-off, very bad connection. While we were out, we stopped by my house, picked up my GameCube, threw that in. We're running the Wavebird controllers to see if that helped out because they run on the channels instead of the signals like the Logitech does. And it helped out a little bit, but the connection was still pretty bad, dropping off a lot. We pretty much had to be right next to each other to get the signal to work for the controllers, but the video was fine throughout the whole time. So the rest of the guys went back down to the store. They're going to pick up a different wireless controller for the Xbox and some more cables for our GameCube, and we're going to see what we could get working when they get back.
This is Agent DS212. We found out what our problem is, and it seems to be our Logitech wireless controller wasn't performing the way we wanted it to. We did get a new Pelican wireless controller, and we're using that now with the cars parked next to each other. We're playing Lego Star Wars, and we're using that as our test game, and right now we're going to go out and we're going to figure out if we can get some distance between the cars and see if the Pelican controller will perform better than the Logitech. Also, as you can see, we've reconfigured the back car, and now the screen is up front, so we can have a better signal range.
Got it?
Alright, well, we're working now.
Moving now.
See, if we're all inside each other, they're closer together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a problem.
But even here, I mean, it's working,
Yeah.
which wasn't working before.
True.
Battery died.
Battery died already?
Battery died.
So we're back at the office, and it's been a long but successful day, and we did prove that we could game wirelessly between two cars with one video game system. The thing that gave us the most problems today was our wireless controllers. We started out with the Logitech for the Xbox, and it couldn't get the distance that we needed between the two cars. So in the middle of the day, we actually pulled out the Xbox, put in the GameCube, and tried the Wavebirds. The Wavebirds did perform better, but we still couldn't get the distance that we needed. So we took the Logitech back, got the Pelican wireless controller for the Xbox, and that gave us the range that we needed to play between the two cars. The only problem we had with that is we only got about 20 to 30 minutes of battery life with the batteries that we were using. So on our trip to E3, we're going to test out a bunch of different batteries, and we'll get a listing up at GameAgents.net and let you know what battery actually works best with your wireless controller. On the other hand, our Leapfrog video system worked fine. We had a very good connection, good quality picture, and a good range on that. The only thing that we noticed is we did get a little bit of flicker, possibly due to the 2.4 gigahertz controllers. So be sure to check out GameAgents.net. We will have more gaming 1337 coming out for you. And be sure to come back during the week of E3 for pictures, videos, and the latest news.